First things first. Happy 1 year to Selfscape Pod. We officially made it 1 year. Goodness. I've actually done this podcast audio diary thing for a year. I'm beginning to learn that when I decide to do something, I actually can stick to it, which is a good thing. It's a good thing to learn of yourself, that you can actually commit. You can actually keep your word. You can be a woman of your word or a man of your word, and you can do what you say that you will do. I know that there have been times where I have ghosted this podcast, to be very fair and honest, and I have not recorded episodes. But in those times, I didn't want to be here. I'm not even going to lie, I don't want to be here. I was dealing with things that just felt like, man, I cannot take mic and start talking about what I'm going through right now. Let me go through my lot in silence. And that's what I did. But I'm trying to ensure that this year I'm more consistent than I was last year. That's my only goal for this pod to grow, and for me to be more consistent. I think that's something that I would really like to see this year. So this is me committing to a year of consistency and showing up on the pod. So help me God. Amen. I asked the question the last episode. I didn't get any response. You people are ghosting me. Hey, my chest. But it's okay. I'm not angry. It's fine. I'm not angry. If this is your first time listening to the Selfscape podcast, you're absolutely welcome. You're in for a ride. My name is Hadassah, or you can call me Hadi. Like all my wonderful friends now call me Hadi. Don't know where this Hadi name started. Okay, I do know where it started from actually. It started from church. So in the workforce, I was in social media unit, and our team lead at the time used to call me Hadi, and the name kind of stuck. And everybody started calling me Hadi from there, and I decided to own it, and I use it on my social media. And so now, even people that are meeting me, like new people that I'm meeting and, forming a relationship with, they're calling me Hadi as well. And I kind of like it. I like it a lot. I think it's really cool. I've never had a short form name before. This is my first time. And so, yeah, I want to enjoy it. So welcome to my pod. This is where I'm myself, and I just share my thoughts and my opinions in the best possible way that I can. You're in for a ride. You're going to have a good time. You're going to enjoy this podcast. I promise you. There's so many juicy episodes for you to pick from, or there are so many for you to pick from. So just sit back, relax, don't go anywhere, and just listen to me ramble for the next, how many minutes? Maybe 25, 30 minutes ish. Sometimes it actually doesn't even get to 30 minutes. Yeah, I feel like the longest episode we have on this pod is the bookish episode. Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't even get to 20 minutes. It's like 18, sometimes 14 stuff. So you never can tell. I don't know how long this episode will be. I don't want to say it to be short and then it's long, or say it to be long and then it's short. Do you get what I mean? So just enjoy. We're talking about a lot of things today. First off, I just realized I had an epiphany, and I just realized that I'm actually a workaholic. I actually cannot do without working. I crave work. I want to work. I want my mind to be working. So I want to be thinking about work. I want to be thinking about how I can put myself to use, like somewhere in a facility, in a project, in anything. I want to be involved. And I'm shocked because I used to think that I was not a workaholic. Like I used to think like, oh no, it's just opportunity. Like I just have too much work. It's not like I like work. I'm in a phase of my life right now where I have so much work. It's a lie, It's a big lie. I am a workaholic. You guys, I'm doing so many things at the same time, and I'm tired and I'm stressed. But can you imagine? I'm thinking of adding more. Hey, my goodness, who do me this kind of thing? I cannot believe it. I just had that epiphany this evening, and I'm like, wait. Hey, is this a joke? I am a workaholic. I love working. I don't know how to do without work. I need to be thinking about something. I need to be thinking about a project. I need to be involved in one stuff somewhere. I don't even know if it's a bad thing, or if it's a good thing, or if it's like a pointer to a problem that I have yet to identify. Because why am I liking work so much? And I am very stressed. Right now I'm speaking to you on like 2 hours of sleep. I slept but that wasn't work. That was something else. But I slept late, and I'm so tired. Like my brain is so exhausted, but I'm thinking about work. I have a to-do list that I have not finished. Like it has a list of things to do. I have this schedule to create for this person. I have this, that, like everything just outlined. I'm like, where is the time for me? Because let me tell you guys something, I need me time. Oh. I think I was telling somebody recently that I haven't slept, that I've been very sleep deprived, that I didn't sleep well the entirety of last year. I don't think I slept a full 8 hours every day. I don't think so. I went months without sleeping complete 8 hours, and it's really bad. It's really bad, because I remember that I was telling you guys, maybe not here, but like on Twitter, that my eye had been twitching for a while. And a lot of people have been telling me it's because I'm sleep deprived. I have permanent dark circles. Permanent dark circles, because I'm very sleep deprived. And I've started 2025, still not getting enough sleep. I haven't slept well this year. Like, I haven't slept 8 hours this year. And again, I keep thinking like, okay, what if I'm not a workaholic? What if it's just that I just have so much work going on? But then I also think about it like, if I don't have all of this work, how will I survive? And it's not like, oh, I'm getting paid for a lot of the work. No, I'm not. Lots of them, I worked there. I said, please, I want to work with you people. I have this talent. Let me use it. And I'm just thinking to myself, girl, if all of this work is gone, like if they say, well, that's why you cannot work with us anymore or something like that, I feel like they will take a part of me. That's how I feel. Like a part of me, guys, do I have a problem? Please let me know. If I have a problem, so I can go and fix it, because I don't want to think that this is normal and then it's not normal. Like it's a problem. What's the point that's a problem? I promise you, I'm not sad, I'm not lonely or anything. I just enjoy work. Like I just really enjoy working. Like I really enjoy it. I really enjoy what I'm doing. I feel fulfilled. Like I'm fulfilled in Christ Jesus. But you get what I mean? Like I feel fulfilled. Like I feel accomplished. I feel like I'm finally doing something that I should be doing. Like I'm pouring out myself and I'm content with that. That's how I feel. I feel content in all of these things. I don't feel like I'm doing too much. I feel like I'm where I should be, doing what I should be doing. But I'm also thinking to myself that I feel like, say, I like work, and I'm very lazy. So how are this is just complete? Like it's just that, I don't know. It's just ironical because I'm lazy, but I like working. Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. The more I think about it, the more I'm confused. I don't know. I just came here to rant about it because, like, I've been thinking about this and I'm like, I don't get this thing. I don't get it. So maybe you guys can help me explain it or break it down for me. Let me know. If you do actually want to break it down for me, send me a message. Send me a DM. I'm all ears. I want to hear it. I want to listen. I want to know why this is happening. I mean, it's not like I'm saying it's a bad thing because obviously I'm enjoying it, but I need to also sleep now. I need to rest. I'm tired, but I still want to work. Anywho, the reason for this episode, or the main conversation, right? Workplace romance. Workplace romance. So romance, yeah. Hey, workplace romance. So I asked the question on Twitter, and the reason I asked this question is because, well, I kind of found myself in an environment that encourages workplace romance. And it was just weird to me because all the places I've been in, all the environments I've been in, none of them have ever encouraged it. So I just thought to myself, is it okay to have work? Like, is that a thing? It's not something I encourage in the Jesus Talks media. There's no space for work. Don't do it. Don't do. If anybody wants to do workplace romance, you're going to leave the company to do your romance. I'm sorry if that's harsh or if that's, what's it called? Somehow to anybody listening, but work is work. That has always been my stance. Work is work, romance is romance. Two of them do not mix. They should not mix. Maybe some people have been blessed enough to meet their partners at work or at a work function, at a work event, or maybe even as colleagues. I'm happy for you. Trust me. I'm thankful for you. Congratulations. And I'm not trying to put sansa in anybody's garri. Neither am I trying to stand in the way of love. But in my company, there's no workplace romance. You can romance. You can fall in love with somebody and say, oh, Hadassah, I'm in love with somebody. And that's okay. But I will need you to take your romance outside the company. And in order to do that, I will need you to leave. Because I just feel like it affects the dynamic of work. That's how I feel. Now, this is my own personal opinion. You're free to share your opinion because I put it out on Twitter and also on Instagram, and I wanted to hear people's opinion, even on my WhatsApp. And I've gotten a lot of responses. Some responses I didn't even share because I just felt like, yeah, let me not share. Let me just keep that Most of the people that have responded to me have been against it. They're like, no, no. And everybody has the same line of thought. It affects the dynamic of work. Work and romance do not mix. And I agree. I agree because I feel like a lot of things will get blurred. Like so many lines will get blurred. Respect, productivity. I don't know. It becomes messy when you're in a relationship with somebody. Like if it's a big organization where maybe you're in different departments and you actually never get to see at work as much as, like there's no proximity like that, then maybe that makes sense. Or maybe if you're in a different branch, the other person is in a different branch, then it makes sense because then nothing's hampering anybody's work. Nobody is having to reduce their productivity because they are so engrossed with their relationship, and they're not trading work secrets. That's one of my greatest fear or something. Trading work secrets. Work secrets are so sensitive that, just imagine it. Two people are dating. They work in the same place. One of them is like an accountant. She manages accounts. She keeps the books. Or he, whoever, anybody. The other person is like, I don't know what, maybe like head of comms or something. I don't know. And just imagine accountants that is supposed to keep the books and is supposed to keep that sensitive information. And you're telling your head of comms partner how much money is coming into the company and how much money is leaving the company and who is paying for what and what's you're divulging sensitive financial information to your partner, all in the name of relationship. That's a breach of employee trust. That's a breach of employee confidentiality. When you got into the company, I'm pretty sure you signed a contract that highlights or emphasizes the need for employee confidentiality and, not divulging trade secrets. So just imagine that you're still divulging trade secrets all in the name of, I'm in a relationship with you, to a fellow employee in the same company. It just does not make sense. It is just messy. I feel like it's so wrong. It's so messy. It reduces productivity. So imagine you're at work, you can't concentrate because your partner is in the other office, or maybe you made a mistake at work. Now they can't correct you, or you're ashamed to get corrected because your partner is sitting right there. Imagine your partner is even your supervisor, or your partner is your subordinate. Hey God, I beg. So that's interesting actually. Just imagine that your partner is your subordinate or your partner is your supervisor. So what is the dynamic in that? How do you maintain work relationship and not bring romance into it? Because then imagine if the subordinate is a guy and the superior is a woman, and she tries to correct the subordinate, and then subordinate is feeling like, why would you be correcting like that in public? You're my babe. Oh God, this is work. Hey, goodness gracious. Or the superior is the guy and the subordinate is the girl, and he corrects her and she's pissed. She's like, how can you be talking to your babe like that? We're forgetting that this is work. The lines are getting blurred. And what if, God forbid, you start to become partial? You're no longer impartial, you're now partial because, this is my babe, this is my guy. A lot of things can go wrong. And it's so, those lines can get blurred so easily that you will not even know that you have crossed lines. You will not know that you have merged boundaries. You would think you still have boundaries in place, but you don't, because romance has entered. So everything has scattered. I do not recommend it. I do not advise it. You cannot do it in my company. If you're doing work romance, somebody has got to leave, the other person stays, or both of you leave. That's between both of you. Decide that it's not my business, but it cannot stay in the Jesus sucks on you. It cannot happen. I want to hear your opinion though. I want to hear your thoughts. What do you think? Are you team workplace romance, or are you team no workplace romance? I want to hear, do you have a work boyfriend or a work husband? How has it worked for you? What are the dynamics? How do you maintain respect in your relationship? How do you keep work and romance separate? How do you ensure that you're productive at work and that you're not crossing any lines and you're not divulging work trade secrets? How do you ensure that you do, everything still stays the same? Work is work, romance is romance, they don't mix. How do you ensure that balance? What have you done so far to make it work? I really want to hear from somebody that is either in a work relationship and it is thriving, or workplace romance and it is thriving, or that got married I really want to hear your opinion. I really want to hear your thoughts. I really hope that somebody that is listening to me actually can relate to this and can share their opinions, because all the responses I've gotten, everybody has spoken from my perspective, which is like work and romance do not mix. I think I got a perspective from one of my friends, and she said if they're in different departments, like, and the company is a huge organization, then it makes sense because you don't get to see each other often. Your work lines aren't really blurred, because normally you people should not even be crossing paths like that. Or if you're in different branches, it makes sense. But I kind of see how that makes sense, right? I see how it makes sense, because then it's that way is maybe a little bit harder to actually blur the lines of work and romance, because you people don't really interact at work normal. So it doesn't really affect the dynamic of your relationship outside of work and even at work. But I want to hear from people that have actually experienced this, because I'm really intrigued. I'm interested, because I'm now in an environment that, encourages it. I haven't really seen anybody doing it. Like, maybe there are people doing it and I don't know, because obviously I'm new to the environment, but I want to hear how that dynamic works, because all the environments I've been in, it's a huge no. It's a capital no. It doesn't work. It just never works. So I want to hear it. I want to know what you think. Do you really? Please oblige me. Write me a message, send me a DM on Instagram, Twitter, or even leave a comment. If you're listening with Spotify, you can leave a comment. Even if it's Apple, you can actually leave a comment. Like wherever it is you're listening to the pod, you can leave a comment there. Let me hear your thoughts. Workplace romance, yes or no? I want to hear your opinion. So yeah, that's the end of the episode. It is actually a short episode, because that's the only thing I wanted to talk about. Actually, I do want to talk about something else. I just remembered. So I was reading a book recently, and the book explored the dynamic or the trope of best friends and lovers, and it rubbed me off the wrong way. Mostly because the characters had been friends for over 20 years, and the female character had liked the male character for that long, for 20 plus years, and the male character had never felt an inkling of a feeling for 20 plus years towards this female character. So tell me why somewhere in this entire dynamic, he finds out that she used to have a crush on him when they were in high school or secondary school, and then all of a sudden he's awakened to the fact that he likes her. Really? After 20 years. So he was never awakened to the fact that he likes her when he was married and fell in love with his wife. So now that he's divorced and even after he got divorced and everything, because he had been divorced for I think about 5 years now, he was never really aware that he liked her until he found out that she liked him, or that she used to like him. That's when his senses clicked. That's when he knew that he liked her. Oh, there was a time when I had this feeling and I dismissed it. Excuse you? 20 years later. Please don't piss me off. See, that book really, I rated it 2 stars because I was really pissed. I was just like, this doesn't even make any sense. Like, people that do this best friend too, you people should come and tell me how it works. Because in my head, this is how I'm interpreting it. One person has been liking somebody, for the other person has been having such a fun time, exploring, dating, and then they realize that, yeah, my best friend actually, I can just settle. That's how it comes off to me. It's almost like, oh yeah, let me just settle. My best friend, they've been there. They've been wonderful. They've covered me. They've loved me. They've been my safe space. Oh yeah, they're a good fit. Every time I think about this thing, like, it doesn't come off to me as this person actually was in love with their best friend. Except if like both of them had been liking themselves and didn't say it because they were assuming that, oh, this person just sees me as a friend. That person just sees me as a friend. And so because of that assumption, they never actually came clean and never confessed their feelings. That I can understand. I can understand that, like, yeah, that happens. But the one that you people have been friends for 12 years, 30 years, 20 years, nobody said anything, and then one day, by mistake, I jab and tell you that I liked you. Then you now realize that you like me because I like you. I'm sorry, it's just giving like, let me just go for the option that is available to me. My best friend is such a safe option. My best friend is available and she likes me already, so let me just do it. This is open for discussion. This entire episode is open for discussion because these are the things that have been in my head, and I've just been thinking about it over and over. And I'm like, am I not the one thinking right or happy? Because friends to lovers, best friend to lovers. And I'm saying it's good to actually love your friend. Like, I think that's even the best, because then you know them, you've seen them. But how long is too long is what I'm getting at. I think that's what I cannot understand. How long is too long? 2 years, 1 year, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20. How long is too long to transition from best friend to lovers? How long is too long to transition from friends to being in a relationship? When I hear people that say, oh, we're friends first for like 5 years. 5 years? In 5 years, nobody thought that I like this. And it's always one person that will like them first. And then, well, except in some cases, they will say, oh, just realized it that men will like each other. Why not? I get that. But the one I don't get is the one where it's one person that confesses their feelings. Then the other person now says, oh, but yeah, let me start liking you. You guys should please help me judge this thing, because how long is too long to transition from friends? Like, first off, I'm not a fan of this. I'm not a fan. But how long I'm willing to learn. Whether I'm a fan or not, I'm still willing to learn, and I'm willing to understand and to understand the dynamics and understand how it works, right? How long is too long to transition from being a friend to being, like, how does that dynamic work? Is it really the best option? Like, would one party like the other party more? Like, would one party invest more than the other person? Would the other person just be riding on the commitment and the love from the one that is more interested? These things are things that bother me, and I've brought them to my pod so you can help me figure this out. So let me know what your thoughts are to the best friend to lovers trope. Also let me know what your thoughts are to workplace romance. Yes or no? Would it be something that you will consider? If you're already doing it, what's the dynamic? How does it work? Please let me know. You can leave it in the comments, or if you don't want anybody to see your comments, you can send directly Selfscape the email. So the email address is attached to the description, so you can just send it directly to the email and I will get it. Or you can send it to me on social media. You can send it to Selfscape on social media. Selfscape, just search your Selfscape pod, you find the podcast and then you send it. And that is if you don't want to leave a comment. If you want to be anonymous, I will keep you anonymous, I promise. So let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what your opinions are. If you people air me with this episode, oh my Jesus. Okay, I'm not threatening you. I'm not. Who am I? I can't. Can never do that. I trust you guys. So until next time that I see, I don't know when I'm going to publish this episode. Let me not even lie. Like, I don't know the day. So until then, and until the next episode, I'll see you. Stay safe and God bless you. Have a wonderful week. Bye, y'all.